recorded by my father and brother in a church. We actually recorded this in a forensics lab. So this is a lab where they usually have dead bodies. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I want to talk about my videos. If you guys don't know who I am, hello, I am Jay Bunzi, and I've been doing makeup transformation videos on this channel for the past, I don't know, probably 5 years now. And a lot of my videos have fortunately been considered viral and has paved its own little way in the makeup community. And I really wanted to just sit down and talk about what it takes to make a Jay Bunzi video, and just kind of reminisce on the good times and talk about the funny stories behind these videos or strange moments, or just pretty much just talk about it. Grab some popcorn, get comfortable, and let's look at these videos together. I haven't seen this video in so long. This was actually my top favorite makeup look. This is the easiest one actually. Out of all the makeup looks I've done, this was the easiest one. But this was also very accidental. So this video was planned impromptu, like I didn't even think twice. It was just randomly one night in the middle of the night. I was like, oh, you know what? I really want to do Betty Boop. And so I grabbed a blanket that I had, which is the background, my Jessica Rabbit dress, which I was planning on doing, flipped it inside out. I already had a similar kind of wig to Betty Boop, so I just styled it, and I was like, you know what, let's do this thing. So Betty Boop was not in the lineup at the time. It was a very last minute unplanned decision, and funny enough, it became my most popular video. I can't believe it got 36 million views. I can't believe this was 4 years ago. Like, oh, where does the time go? So let's now talk about the Jessica Rabbit transformation. The Jessica Rabbit transformation has a lot of tea in it as well, because this was recorded by my father and brother in a church. I don't know how a church approved me to film something like this, but I walked into a church. I was like, I know you guys have a stage. May I use it? And they were like, okay. So the fact that they let me use it is wild. And it was definitely weird being recorded by my dad. Luckily, I couldn't really see them because the stage lights were on, so it made it easier to act it out. But it was definitely cringy in my head knowing that my family is watching me do such a sultry performance. And the goal here was to really make it look like it came off of the original movie, which I'm very glad it ended up working out. I don't know how, because I recorded this on a very cheap camera. I used a filter setting called CineStyle, so that really helped give it that movie feel. Now, when I was recording this video, I was actually very sick. This was in the midst of my thyroid issue. I had a thyroid storm, and I was very, very weak physically. I had a lot of shaking, which was very hard to control in this video. My stomach was hurting, my thyroid was hurting. I felt really nauseous and dizzy, and my eyesight was like not all there, and I was feeling terrible making this video. But you know, as acting goes, you gotta make sure that you pretend like you're A-okay, and I'm really glad that I was able to disguise it well enough. I could totally see my bra stuffing in this, by the way. Yes, I know a few of you guys noticed that as well. That was bra stuffing. Now, fun fact, the creator of Jessica Rabbit, Gary K. Wolf, actually gave a thumbs up on my Jessica Rabbit cosplay, saying it was the best one he's seen, which is still so crazy to me because like he made Jessica Rabbit, so to get approved by him like is a big deal for this cosplay. And to this day he still shares that cosplay around, and it's just so cool. Like, I fangirled so hard. Alright, so we're going to talk about the Powerpuff Girls video, which is one of my favorites. It's not one of my most popular ones, but it's definitely a popular one on my channel. And this video was absolutely so much fun to do because I loved the Powerpuff Girls. I grew up on it. I was incredibly obsessed with the Powerpuff Girls, so to be able to be the Powerpuff Girls was a dream come true. So who's playing Professor Utonium is actually my dad, and it's funny because growing up, I always, like when I would watch the Powerpuff Girls, I always associated Professor Utonium with my dad. Like, he just reminded me of him. So my dad got to play him in this video. We actually recorded this in a forensics lab. So this is a lab where they usually have dead bodies. So my aunt and her manager allowed me to film in this lab where they usually do forensics on bodies. Hi, baby.
Hi, doll.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How's it going? The next one we're going to be talking about is actually one of my most expensive videos. This video is the Selena Gomez transformation. This one got 3.9 million views, and I actually had a very difficult time finding a penthouse that looks similar to the one in her music video until I looked on, I think, Airbnb, and in Miami, which is like 4 hours from where I'm at, they had a similar type of house, and I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. So what I did was I rented out this Airbnb. I changed the bedding on the bed, so I bought bedding for this to match her bedding. And Selena Gomez was actually one of my most difficult transformations. This one I could not get right because of the cheeks and the lip structure. I didn't know at the time how to add on to my face. I only know how to take away or reshape. And it wasn't until I watched a tooth extraction video and I saw the cotton in their cheeks and I was like, I got it! Eureka! I'm gonna put cotton in my mouth. And that is what really helped pull the Selena Gomez transformation together. So let's move on to the Joker and Harley Quinn transformation. There's a lot of tea in this one. So this intro, these are all actors that I found online. And this intro was recorded at the Hard Rock Hotel Cafe, their like dinner cafe area. I wasn't supposed to record there, but the manager was really kind and he kind of was just like, well, don't make it obvious. So we literally planned this on the whim, prayed that we would not get kicked out for filming the dinner scene here. Luckily the manager was really nice, and we recorded this with a bunch of actors who then had to voice over their own voice again because we didn't have like professional mics or anything, so they actually voiced over themselves after the video was done. Now, the person who played the Joker is actually not an actor at all, and he did amazing. It's my friend Kyle, who is, funny enough, one of my ex's brothers. Now, when I say ex, I'm talking about like a middle school boyfriend who I didn't even hold hands with, but I was with for like a year or two, and this is his brother, so we go way back. And he killed it. He was the perfect, like his acting was so good. He looked great as Jared Leto, and I was very surprised that he agreed to this project because I didn't know anyone else who had the right face structure for Jared Leto. So this part here was filmed in my garage. So we utilized a lot of stuff that we already had, like a garage, like stuff from the garage. Like the little things that he's holding on to are exercise handles to some kind of device. And here in the dancing sequence is just a black background. And this is definitely one of my most movie-esque style videos on this channel. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I kind of wish I did my Harley Quinn makeup a little bit differently, looking back now, but essentially I really do like this video. And we're gonna go ahead and watch the Joker makeup transformation. So this one is with my ex. He played the Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He looks identical to him, so it was definitely perfect casting. And this makeup intro here was recorded in my parents' dining room. So we weren't actually in a dressing room, it was a dining room, and we kind of just used an old mirror that I found at Goodwill, a bunch of lights, and tried to make it look kind of clownish. He actually did dye his hair green for this. It was a $400 dye treatment, but it was so worth it because it looked so good. And it took us a lot to film this one. This was definitely one of the hardest, I would say the second most difficult video that I had to produce. There was a lot of locations. We drove all around town Tampa. We worked on it all day and night. and there was a lot of costume pieces to buy, including me. That's actually me running with the sign. I'm like 5'2", so it looks ridiculous, but I wanted to be in it, so I played one of the hoodlums. And this scene here with the bathroom was recorded at my dad's work. We weren't allowed to do it, but we made it work. So there was a lot of different locations. The stairs sequence was definitely the hardest. We actually recorded this on 2 different days. One day it was raining, we had to quit halfway through, and the second day we continued on. And it was difficult because I had to learn the dance sequence and then teach him how to do the dance. And we did it all in pieces so we could really focus on making sure every move was just on it. So we did over, I would say, 1,000 takes altogether, which was a lot to sort through in editing. But essentially it came out great, and I'm really proud of this one. This was the first time that I ever used a cinema camera. So up into this point here, this is when I started using a Blackmagic camera. Before that, it was my Canon T5i. So major upgrade. I wanted to have that upgrade mostly because the original Joker movie was such a cinematic masterpiece and such high quality that I knew that my little camera was just not going to cut it. So I invested in a cinema camera and recreated the Joker movie. Alright, so we're going to end this video with a Kazam, and we're going to talk about my Nightmare Before Christmas live action video. This one unfortunately did not hit the algorithm like it should have, and a lot of you guys probably have yet to even see this because I uploaded this at a time where YouTube was really hiding my content from you guys, which sucks because we worked so hard on this one. So my brother, my friend Juan, and his wife, and my father helped me create this live action. This one is my most expensive video to date. This one cost me about $8,000 in between costumes, camera, crew. We paid a real studio to let us record in their green screen room, and it was a lot. This was definitely the most taxing video to create, and we have never done anything like this before. No one has done anything like this before on my team, and so we were all kind of just guessing and going like, okay, well, if this is a green screen, then we should like do this and do that, and we did not know if this video was actually going to even come out right when we made it. So we were definitely trying our best and holding on to hope. And so let's go ahead and watch it. So the CGI in this video is insane. The CGI was done by my brother, who learned CGI just for this video. And he killed it. Like, I'm so proud of him. This was definitely a very hard project because it was 100% CGI, including the cat that pops up in this video. So the only thing that's real in this video is me. And it was definitely hard because I was definitely restricted on my movements, because if you move too fast, the green screen can glitch. So it was definitely interesting to act around the green screen and be mindful of it. So what I'm grabbing here in this video, or my hands are holding onto, is actually a green screen wooden cutout. So we ended up doing some kind of like weird wooden ladder, I guess. It looked like a ladder, but we wrapped it in green screen paint and duct tape, and that way when I wrapped my hands around it, it cut out what I needed to get cut out accordingly. This was just a crazy project. I can't believe we did this. I can't believe we did this. So this video is what really solidified my passion as a filmmaker. So when I opened up this YouTube channel, I opened it up with the intention to showcase my love for film, and the idea of makeup came from the fact that just makeup was really trendy at the time, so I kind of merged the two together and created J Bunsey. And so the #1 focus wasn't the makeup, it was actually the filmmaking. And this video made me realize just how much I really love filmmaking, to the point to where I opened up my own film studio. If you guys don't know, I haven't actually mentioned it on this channel yet, but if you guys don't know, I actually own a film studio called Somber Studios, where we specialize in creating horror movies. If you guys want to follow the Instagram page, that would mean the world to me. I opened up the studio the minute I realized, I was just like, wow, like this was so much fun. Like all of it, not just the fun parts, but the parts that weren't supposed to be fun were super fun for me. All the hardships, all the late nights of staying up, and we literally spent multiple days without sleeping producing this to get this out on time. Originally it was supposed to come out on Halloween, but we definitely could not accomplish that because the CGI took so long to render. So we ended up posting it on December 13th. Oh, it was a Friday the 13th, that's what it was. December had a Friday the 13th, so I posted it on December Friday the 13th. Anyways, the production of this video is what really made me realize that I could do this forever, and so thanks to this video, I really took on the courage to get myself out there as a director, producer, screenwriter, and have my very own studio where I'm going to be producing feature-length films. So those are all the videos I wanted to talk about. It was so much fun going down nostalgia lane and kind of looking back at all the work I've done so far, and to sit and reflect and enjoy the good memories that I've had creating on this channel. I can't for sure say what the future of this channel will be, but hopefully I get to continue to do content like this and even more awesome content like this. So make sure you support my channel by subscribing, by liking, commenting, staying active, and watching my older videos so I can produce more videos like this for you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.